Ukraine's counter-offensive has been underway for a month with heavy fighting in places like Bakhmut. But progress has been slower than hoped. Ukraine is short of ammunition and facing entrenched Russian defensive positions. That's why the pressure has been growing for its Western allies to provide more weapons, including cluster munitions. And today, Washington gave the green light. These are the type of cluster munitions the US will supply. They scatter tiny bomblets, but they are highly controversial. The munitions scatter indiscriminately over a wide area. Some so-called duds do not explode, leaving a threat to civilians often for years into the future.
We begin tonight with a tragic scene at one of America's busiest ports, a deadly cargo ship fire at Port Newark in New Jersey. New images just coming in moments ago. That fire now burning for nearly 24 hours. 2 firefighters killed when they became trapped on board, overtaken by the flames. The massive fire breaking out as workers move potentially thousands of cars on board the ship. Flames starting on the 10th deck and then spreading. The firefighters issuing maydays, becoming lost in the fire. Cars engulfed in flames, exploding on the decks hours after the fire began. Fire crews trying to contain the fire with water, forced to take breaks to avoid sinking the ship. 5 other firefighters were injured, battling the blaze and intense heat.
Two Palestinians were killed and 3 others were injured in clashes with Israeli soldiers in the old city of Nablus in the northern West Bank on Friday, according to the Palestinian Health Ministry. Fierce clashes broke out when dozens of Palestinians hurled stones at Israeli troops who stormed Nablus and surrounded a house for manhunt, during which some Palestinian gunmen opened fire at the soldiers, and the latter fired back, according to Palestinian security sources and eyewitnesses. Israel Radio reported that an Israeli army force entered the old city of Nablus to arrest wanted Palestinians, adding that 3 Palestinians were arrested before the Israeli army force pulled out of the area.
South Korea late last month conducted its biannual military drills near Dokdo Island. That's according to a Defense Ministry official on Friday. The drills aim to boost defense around the island. The exercises have sparked protests from Japan, who on Friday voiced regret and reasserted its false territorial rights over Dokdo. Observers have noted a decrease in scale compared to the ones held during the previous administration, with no air force or landing forces participating.
It's been revealed that Israeli researcher Elizabeth Tsorkov is being held hostage by an Iraqi Shiite militia linked to Iran.
The Prime Minister's office confirmed that Tsorkov is being held, issuing a statement saying she is alive and we hold Iraq responsible for her safety and well-being. Tsorkov, age 36, is a doctoral student at Princeton University. She entered Iraq months ago on her Russian passport to do research for her studies. According to her family and people with knowledge of her case, she was grabbed in Baghdad by the Kataib Hezbollah militia after leaving a coffee shop in the Iraqi capital in late March.
In Milan, Italy, at least 6 people are dead after a fire broke out at a retirement home. Officials believe the blaze began in the room of 2 residents who are among the dead. Some 80 others were taken to hospital for smoke inhalation, and the remaining 100 residents are being transferred to other nursing homes. The cause of the fire is under investigation, but officials believe it was likely accidental.
A gunman who killed 23 people in a racist attack on Hispanic shoppers at a Walmart in a Texas border city has now been sentenced to 90 consecutive life sentences, but could still face even more punishment, including the death penalty. Patrick Crusius pleaded guilty earlier this year to nearly 50 federal hate crime charges in the 2019 mass shooting in El Paso, making it one of the U.S. government's largest hate crime cases ever. Crusius, wearing a jumpsuit and shackles, showed no visible reaction as that verdict was read a short time ago. Police say he drove more than 700 miles from his home near Dallas to target Hispanics with an AK-style rifle inside and outside that store.